Got a little snippet of Rocky Top there. First of all, welcome back, Alexis Hornbuckle. It is so good to hear your voice. For those who do not know, Alexis was in a bad car wreck in Florida on her vacation of all things and is still recovering, but she is staying up late, and it is late. It's 11:30 on the East Coast. Alexis, welcome back, and I am so thrilled to hear your voice and know you're going to be okay.
Thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you checking in and all the fans and family and friends that sent love and prayers my way.
Now, Lex, if you're trying to heal and relax and get better, this game certainly wasn't a good game to get your heart rate normal. I mean, what I know you were watching it. What are your initial thoughts after that game, besides trying to catch your breath?
I mean, it was at, at least make it. Hold on, guys. I got like some feedback. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me?
Sound good to me.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Okay, my fault. Yeah, we came out, pretty strong. Had a scare with Renaya Davis and the ankle. Ray Burrell having a slow start. But we came to play, and it is the SEC tournament. It is the first game in the SEC tournament, and basketball is a game of runs, and we were able to get stops and get buckets when we needed them the most. And yeah, it definitely almost gave me a heart attack, but we're moving on, and we live to fight another day.
I jumped right in because I wanted to welcome Alexis back. Obviously, this show is brought to you by Orange Mountain Designs. I'm wearing one of their masks, the Discipline Yourself, so no one else has to. Pat Summit mask, Terry Holder, and Orange Mountain Designs are in Greenville, and you can shop at their pop-up shop tomorrow, Saturday, from 1 to 5 p.m. So be down at Carolina Ale House. It's an easy walk from the arena. So please go see Terry. It's on Main Street in downtown Greenville. You can't miss it. So please go support Orange Mountain Designs and Terry Holder. She brought as much stuff as she could. So just want to thank Terry. And I know she's happy because Alexis, I think you realize this. I mentioned it before. This is the first time Tennessee will play on Saturday in the SEC tournament since 2016.
Wow. 2016. So it's been a little bit, huh?
Just a little bit.
Well, you know what? Congratulations to these young ladies who have been fighting hard, all season. And I've challenged them game after game. I'm sure, some fans listening in or some of our audience may think, at times I'm a little too hard on them, but I really believed in their potential and what they could do if they just kept it consistent and dug deep and valued every possession. We're still not all the way there, but for them to get this win and for us to play in the semifinals of the SEC tournament, I'm very proud of these young ladies.
I want to mention Blue Water Climate Control and Tennessee Tap House, too. Appreciate them. And I want to thank everybody staying up late with us. I don't know what else you can say about Renaya Davis, besides she should have been SEC Player of the Year. 33 points and 14 rebounds. That is a monster game for Renaya Davis.
Oh, yeah, she went ham. She went crazy. I love it. She locked in, and she looks like she is fighting not only to win an SEC championship, but an NCAA championship. And I believe she's also making sure to try and solidify herself in the WNBA draft.
And Alexis, you know what it's like. You're a senior. This is your last SEC tournament. What is there just a little bit extra you can find in your tank for this one?
Oh, you're willing to give everything you have because this is your last everything. Your last. You had senior night. That was your last home game. You have your last, first SEC game of your career. You're gonna have if you win, it's your last everything. So you got to go hard, and you're willing to put everything on the line. If you really love the game and you love the Lady Vols and your teammates and who you're playing for, there's no way you don't go all out on every single possession and make sure that your teammates do the same.
And Ole Miss is an incredible 11-11 team. They got off to a 6-0 start this season, and then I don't know if you saw the game late last night, they took it to Arkansas, just shut down Arkansas's offense. So Ole Miss has had one heck of a season. I want to give some props to them. And this was a physical game. It's postseason. It's going to be physical. As far as the officials, it felt like they just switched quarters. Okay, we're going to call fouls on Ole Miss this quarter. Now we're going to foul them on Tennessee. Now we're going to call them on Ole Miss. Now we're going to call them on Tennessee again. It was a very hard for either team to get into a rhythm in this game. Alexis, what were your thoughts just sort of watching as the momentum shifted back and forth?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be questionable calls. They're bad calls, and you just have to play through it. You have to find your own rhythm. And I think both teams did a great job of responding to the inconsistency of the whistle, because as a player, you kind of want to know what kind of game you're playing. So is this a physical game? Are they letting us play? Or is this a ticky-tack touch, game? And when it's going back and forth, it's hard for you to really lock in and do what you're trying to do. So I definitely commend all the girls, but yeah. Sorry, Maria. Can you ask me that question again?
No, I was just talking about how it was just so and honestly, the game, it was like they were calling it close, and then they were not calling it close. It seemed to go back and forth.
Yeah, it definitely went back and forth. But hey, listen, we're not even going. We still got games to play, Maria. We don't know what refs are listening, so let's hope that we just want consistent calls. Let them play. Let's see who's the best team, who's willing to fight the hardest, play the toughest, and who's going to be the last woman standing.
Ray Burrell, 18 points. She's playing on a bad ankle. She hurt that ankle in the last game. Tennessee's got some ankle issues here. Horston, 12 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. Jordan Walker, it seems like she hits a big three in the fourth quarter now. That's what she does. Just when Tennessee has got to have some points. I asked Kelly about her double Jordans, and she said what she noticed the most about them was Jordan Horston's defense all game long. She said, I think Jordan Horston guarded everybody on Ole Miss's team at one point, and Jordan Walker elevating her defense in the second half and really helping to set the tone. Rebounds were 45-25. You know what they say about defense and rebounds, don't you, Alexis?
They win championships, Maria.
Got to do it. It's the dirty work, but you got to do it. And
absolutely.
And Ole Miss was having its way in the first half. I mean, 41-37, and it took 2 bomb threes for Tennessee to get it to 41-37. Alexis, what'd you think of Horston's three-pointer?
At the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I mean, that was from deep. I think I saw online where someone said that she shot it from Knoxville. She shot it with confidence, too. She was very aware of the clock. It's kind of like how at the end of the shooting round when you're shooting half-court shots. She's definitely worked on that.
She did, because she was motioning to whoever had the ball. Come on, get me the ball. She's fully aware of time and score. So that was a heads-up play from the sophomore. Boy, she'd been in the weight room. I mean, it didn't take much effort. She just let that thing go.
Yeah, she did with confidence. And thank you, Jordan, for Jordan Horston for doing that. That was huge. That gave us momentum to start the second quarter.
No, I agree. Kelly said, she said Tennessee didn't close that game out well. We all watched the game. We know that they needed to close stronger. And Kelly said at this time of the season, you learn from it, and you quickly just look to South Carolina. It's she says the only thing that matters in postseason is the scoreboard. That's the only stat that matters at the end of the game. It's not how pretty you won, but did you win? In terms of tomorrow against South Carolina, she says we got to be tougher on one-on-one defense. Got to clean up turnovers, and that's definitely the case. Bobby, is anybody yakking? Is anybody else up this late at night?
Yeah, we got some on YouTube and Facebook. Facebook is doing pretty well, so is YouTube. Casey Burleson over here on YouTube said Cassie and Jordan Horston did all of the little things that won't show up on the stat line. They were huge tonight. James Smith says Walker defense was key. Her intensity was amazing in the fourth quarter. Dwayne Kip's in here. Courtney Sidlow Richards. I want to give all these people watching us a shout out. Terry Holder's watching us. She's down there near you. How you doing, Terry? Orange Mountain Designs, orangemountaindesigns.com. Get all your Lady Vols gear at Orange Mountain Designs. And please tell them that you saw it on Volunteer Roadshow. Nancy Harshman, Olivia Woody, Brenda Dillon, Tanya, was it Lano, Glenda Hoover, Amanda Boshears, all our regulars in here, and there's some great comments. We're probably one of our bigger nights. We were up in the 60s just on Facebook. So, yeah, we're doing really good.
One thing about a game like that, your heart's still racing at the end, so you're ready to stay up and do something else. Alexis, I really appreciate you getting with us. I know you've had a heck of a week. Alexis, you know the game better than anybody on this show. Me and Bobby, we're just here for the comedy, I think. What's the most important thing? Now you got to play South Carolina a second time when you beat them already at your place after coming back from up there. What kind of mindset do you go in to this game with if you're Tennessee tomorrow?
You have to expect that South Carolina is about to play, almost a perfect game. They're coming out there for revenge. They're coming out there to make a statement going into the NCAA tournament. They're going in to try and prove that win was a fluke. So they're coming in relentless. They're coming in to punch Tennessee in the mouth early and put their foot on the gas early. And so, as far as our Lady Vols are concerned, our mindset should be, we have to protect what's ours. And that right now what's ours is that SEC championship that we're in search of. So anything that we have to do, every loose ball, we have to have somebody on the ground. Every shot that's up, we have to have people boxing out. Every dead ball, we should see the team talking. Every free throw, we should see huddles. The little things are going to be what's most important because it's a game of runs. You'll have frustrating moments, and we don't know who's going to be on or off offensively or defensively in the game. So you're going to have to pick each other up repeatedly throughout this. And so it's going to be very important to allow the hard work and the extra effort to carry you along when you're not doing so well.
I don't know if you saw Alabama, South Carolina. South Carolina led 26-6 at the end of the first quarter. Now, Alabama made a game of it a little bit in the fourth quarter, got within 10, but you never felt like South Carolina was out of control of that game. It just seemed like they had the game in control from tip-off to final buzzer. Obviously, Tennessee had to go a lot of minutes. Renaya had to go a lot of minutes. Alabama didn't push South Carolina the way Ole Miss pushed Tennessee. So how do you fight through fatigue? Because that's what you're going to be facing in that semifinal tomorrow. What do you do to get through fatigue?
Ice bath tonight. Hopefully the trainer made them all ice bath. I remember J-Mo used to have us do that in the SEC tournament and in the NCAA tournament. Stretch, get the therapy. Make sure you get good rest. Don't be up on your phones or computers or Apple Watches, whatever, your iPads, whatever it is, get rest. Make sure you wake up, eat your breakfast, move around a little bit, watch film, scouting report, study. It's just like you're preparing for a test. So you're not going to stay up late when you have a test in the morning. You're going to definitely try to over prepare and be ready to, execute or pass that test the next day. So that's how the ladies need to treat it.
Just a reminder that tip-off tomorrow is the second game. First game is 4:00 between Texas A&M and Georgia. Tennessee and South Carolina will follow after that. So you're looking at a tip probably around 6:30-ish, 6:15. That also means it went 1, 2, 3, 4 in the seeding, which doesn't always happen, but it's not like the lower seeds didn't push those top 4 seeds to get to Saturday. But there was not a top 4 seed upset today because Georgia beat Kentucky in the earlier game. But Alexis, a lot of times that doesn't work out that way. The top 4 seeds don't make it. Does that make these matchups even harder because these are the best 4 teams you got left in the SEC?
Absolutely, and they all believe they should be number 1. So it definitely makes it that much more competitive. It makes it that much harder to execute your game plans. It's going to be tough games tomorrow for both, the 4 o'clock and the 6:30 game. But in our, when it comes to us and the Gamecocks, it's, Maria, I'm telling you, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, I was looking at minutes played. 36 minutes for Ray Burrell and Jordan Horston. 38 minutes for Renaya Davis.
And that's only because she hurt herself and had to go out.
Yeah, she missed the last 2 minutes because you can't have Renaya Davis off the floor. But I mean, you know it. I mean, some games you're going to have to go the distance, and at the SEC tournament, you may have to do it 3 games in a row. So it's certainly something that's not foreign to you. But then again, you're built like Gumby. You can like stretch and twist and go 40 minutes, and most people can't even walk after that, and away you go.
Yeah, it's difficult and rare.
Yeah, hopefully you being built like Gumby will help you in this car wreck too. Like I said, it's just so good to hear your voice and know that you are okay. And there were Lady Vol Nation was lifting you up, has been lifting you up all week.
And I definitely appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, just really continue to keep us in your prayers. Just trying to, deal with the aftermath of a car wreck like that, and whiplash, muscle spasm, soreness, headaches, which could be signs of concussion.
Yep.
And that's more so on Sandra's side.
And you're both ball players, so you've had concussions before.
Oh man, I've had way too many to count.
Bobby, we got any more things on the interwebs that we need to talk about?
Yeah, Terry Holder just commented over here on Facebook. She said that we are here in Greenville. Everyone come see us at the Carolina Ale House tomorrow, 11 to 4. So yes, if you're at the SEC tournament, or you're not at the SEC tournament, but you're in Greenville, go see Terry Holder. She's got everything you want, Lady Vols.
And I said 1 to 5. That was today. The days run together. Yeah. Tomorrow they'll be over there starting 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So definitely get yourself over there. I'm going to go over. I'll be over there. Just say hi to Terry and pop in. So definitely get yourself to the Carolina Ale House on Main Street, downtown Greenville. You can get you a beer and get you some Lady Vol gear. Nothing better than that on a Saturday.
Hey, I'd like to have Terry on one of these upcoming shows. Talk about Orange Mountain Designs and Lady Vols and all that good stuff. KC Burleson over here on YouTube says, what do you think are the keys to beating South Carolina for the second time?
Alexis, I'll let you take that.
Defensively, we have to play the best defensive game that we played thus far, because if we don't jump on them early and pressure the ball, pushing their posts out the lanes, doing their work early, boxing out, it's going to require our guards to rebound, which obviously Renaya Davis being one of the best rebounding guards in the conference. That's really what it's going to take, in my opinion. The defense, South Carolina's a great team. You're not going to stop them, but we do have to slow them down. We do have to make it difficult for them to score. And so they almost, feel that defeat, and then we continue to put our foot on the gas and finish the game. But we're also going to have to play together, and we're going to need player and ball movement. There were many a times tonight where we were stagnant and not taking advantage of that pressure that Ole Miss was giving us. So it's going to take quite a bit, but definitely on the defensive end, staying active, doing your work early, boxing out, and then being able to push the ball in transition, get easy buckets, or set us up to where they're constantly, on their heels on both sides of the court. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree that you cannot do what Alabama did and spot South Carolina such a huge lead. You're not going to get back. Not with the lead like that. Cassie went 31 minutes. Jordan Walker went 25. The good news, I guess, if you want to find the silver lining, Tamari Key only went 18 minutes because she spent the game in foul trouble.
Right.
So she'll be a little more rested and probably eager and chomping at the bit to get back on the court. She was frustrated this game, and when you're a post player and one possession is a foul and the exact same thing on the next possession is not, it can get to you. But what's your advice, Alexis, to any player to just somehow put the whistles out of your mind and play through it?
It's tough. You have to truly stay focused on the end game, which is getting this win. And that's what I was talking about earlier with making sure you value every possession, making sure you're going hard, encouraging your teammates, because that's what it's going to take. Otherwise, you're going to focus on the refs when something doesn't go your way, or if you make a good move and you don't, finish your shot and you feel like you got fouled. Now you're not really fully focused on sprinting back and getting a stop. You're focused on telling the ref that they need to look out for that, or showing your anger or you're upset. That takes away from the focus of what's at hand. So stay focused. You have to lock in. There's very little room for error tomorrow against a team like South Carolina, who is out for blood.
Yeah. They're Tennessee tagged them with that loss, and that if they beat Tennessee, they're SEC champions, because they would have. They still would have A&M. Because I don't let Melt make me do math, but they would have had a better chance of defending that championship. Tennessee got called in the fourth quarter or third quarter. They're all running together. It's like for back to back charges. I don't think I've ever seen that in a college basketball game. That was the first for me to watch.
Yeah, but they actually were charges, though.
Yeah, except they weren't on the other end. But we got the arm bar. It was just inconsistent.
Definitely inconsistency in the calls of, charges versus blocks. But what I'll say is you just, ask about how to take it out of the ref's hand. Do your jump stop early. Keep your dribble. Don't leave your feet to pass. Have your head up early. There's things that you can avoid so that the refs don't even have an option to call a charge.
There were quite a bit of South Carolina fans here today. So if you're a Tennessee fan and you live around here, or you can get here by tomorrow, it'd be a good idea if you would. There seems to be tickets available. So if you can get some orange here, otherwise, South Carolina is going to have a tremendous home court advantage, the best you can have it. But it was loud here today compared to Alabama fans to South Carolina. So, Alexis, I wish you could make it. I know you are healing. And that is all that we care about.
We thought about it, Maria.
I think you should stay home. As much as I'd love to see you and Tennessee could use you, I'm thinking you need to rest, man.
Oh, absolutely. We don't have the energy, but I just want y'all to know how much we love y'all and wanted to come support. But we did seriously talk about it, and we both looked at each other like, no, we just don't know how we're going to feel, and it doesn't make sense right now. But we will be watching.
All right. Orange Mountain Designs, Tennessee Tap House, Blue Water Climate Control. Bobby, anything else on the internet? And then we'll let Alexis take us out.
Just a lot of people commenting. Dwayne Kipp. I don't know if I gave them a shout out. All our regulars. I just want to thank everybody for supporting this show, supporting Orange Mountain Designs, Blue Water Climate Control, and ultimately we all support Lady Vols and the University of Tennessee.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all being here. Alexis, why don't you since you're back, we're going to celebrate Alexis being back. Why don't you take us out of here?
Again, Lady Vol fans, thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or logged into volunteerroadshow.com, we definitely appreciate you. Make sure you press that like button, press the thumbs up, and most importantly, make sure you share. We'll see y'all tomorrow night after hopefully a win against South Carolina for our Lady Vols at 6:30 tip-off. And what is that, 9:30 show?
Yeah, ballpark. That's thank you for doing the math for me.
Yeah, so about a 9:30 show. We will keep you posted, but we love you. We thank you. Keep supporting us. And as always, go Lady Vols.
And I'm
Peace.
giving a shout out to Denise Tag. She said she needed a shout out. There you go. Bobby gave you a shout out, Denise.
Woo,
Go
woo.
Vols.